as I was saying, I think both defenses are going to play great for Jacksonville and for Tennessee. But in the end, Gardner Minshew is going to show why he's a rookie. And even though that I really feel, and it's not saying because he went to Wazoo and I'm a Wazoo fan, but it's just the fact that I really see that Gardner Minshew is going to grow into being one of those elite quarterbacks. And by the end of the year, everybody is going to love him. I remember when me and my friend Dylan we went to go watch him when they came down here for the Alamo Bowl. Exciting time of my life because I'm a big Wazoo fan. Now I'm a Wazoo fan. Dylan is a huge fan because he grew up there. So he was in the area. He loved all the time. Then we were surrounded by a bunch of Wazoo fans. And everybody loved Gardner Minshew. Everybody loved him. I was just shocked. And as a Wazoo fan, I was honored to be around every one of them. And that's what I'm saying. He played good enough. And I really feel that if he's going to grow to being that guy, you're going to definitely see it throughout the year. Jacksonville may not be that team this year, but they will be that team that you're going to be scared of. And it's going to start with him going moving forward, and then they're going to regret giving Nick Foolsgold all that much money. Which I feel all the time because you give him all this much money for no apparent fucking reason. But that's my opinion, and I'll just leave that alone. Because, I just never liked it. And everybody said, well, he's the Super Bowl winning quarterback. But yeah, well, so is fucking Brad Johnson and damn, the guy who went to Fresno State. I'm trying to remember what the, I don't know why I can't remember his old punk ass name. Just because you're a Super Bowl winning quarterback does not mean that that doesn't mean you're fucking great. You're great. You just happen to either A, not play stupid in the biggest game of them all, or B, you just happen to play not stupid in that great game, or you just coattailed your way. Brad Johnson, he played good in the Super Bowl, but their defense played fantastic. Can you honestly tell me that Brad Johnson did that? Nick Foles, yeah, he threw for 400 yards, but hell, I think Carson Wentz would have probably went for 400 or 500 yards that game. So I'm going to go with that one. I think that Tennessee will win that game hands down. Now, let's look at some more things. Let's go with the Lions and the Eagles. The Eagles showed heart last week playing up against San Diego, and went down to the final steps. Stat Stafford, that's what my boy Titus called him. They call him Stat Stafford. But Matt, he played real good last week, and Philadelphia, we don't know if that machine is going to be great, is going to be who they are, but they're not playing up against Atlanta and their explosive players that they have. You got like Kerryon Johnson, Kenny Galladay's playing well, Marvin Jones. Then you got Hawkinson as well, and then their defense. I'm going to go with Detroit this week. As much as I like Carson Wentz, and their defense, I think Detroit's going to make just that one play to be able to get that. So I'm going to go with Detroit this week. Detroit. It's going to be another close game. Not going to be a shootout, I can tell you that right now, but it's going to be a real close game. So I'll go ahead and take this one. Take that one. I think Philly will be licking their wounds. I think that they'll probably show up. And, right now, Philadelphia's fans are going to be hyped for this game. But I got Detroit. Detroit, when they were down and they played really hard up against the San Diego team who should have blown them out. But they played really well. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Detroit this week. New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Should I even fucking go with who do I think is going to win? I'm not even going to do this one because we all know who's going to win this game. Even if Sam Darnold's back from his kissing disease, we already know who's going to win this game. So Patriots 3-0. I'm not even going to break this one down. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to go into depth with this one. Oakland Raiders versus the Minnesota Vikings. Game always starts and ends with the quarterbacks. Minnesota has good defense, even though that they got torched in the first quarter, but they played strong the second one. But the quarterback play from Minnesota really reared its ugly head like a turd that wants to come out but just won't go out. And then you got the Raiders who played valiantly on a Monday night game, and then it went well going into the first quarter against KC, and then turn around it was like they forgot who they were playing. I'm going to go with Minnesota this game because, again, as much as I'm not a fan of Kirk Cousins, Minnesota's defense is going to definitely take away that running game and force Derek Carr to start throwing the ball to his no-name receivers. So that's where I got right there. I got Minnesota, and sorry, they're going to go 1-2, and Minnesota will go 2-1. Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Just basically talked about Lamar Jackson, didn't I? Now they're going to go up against a Kansas City defense, who can be able to fly across the ball as well. Now you're going to have to put up points. Now this is not going to be the Arizona Cardinals, and it's not going to be not the Arizona Cardinals, not the Miami Dolphins. You're going up against a real team now, a team that will put up points on you in a heartbeat. Can this Baltimore offense be able to hang with them? No. They will start the year off. They will lose their first game. Baltimore will. They'll probably. It's not going to even be a close game. Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to say he's going to be exposed, but he's going to realize that. Yeah, you're definitely showing you can throw the ball. But now you're going to have to show that you can throw the ball up against a real team, especially when it comes down to it. So, yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to I definitely see that Baltimore will be losing this game. Atlanta Falcons versus the Indianapolis Colts. Atlanta played valiantly last week. Defense showed up. They picked off Carson Wentz 2 times. They took out half the starters, on offense or key players, against the Eagles. Indianapolis Colts have played really well, even though that they're 0-2, but they're scary 0-2. One play here, one play there, they could be 2-0. Their defense played well. Their running game has played well. Their Jacoby Brissett has basically turned a lot of heads and showed that he's a guy as well. Think about it. When he was coming out of North Carolina State, he was just a running quarterback. When he was up there in New England, running quarterback. All of a sudden now, he's a guy just like Lamar Jackson who can throw the ball. He can be able to wing it. He can hit his targets. I'm going with them to win their first game this week against Atlanta. Atlanta, it will be a kind of a close game in there, but it's not going to be as close as it's not going to be like a real close game. So I got I got Indianapolis winning that game. Denver Broncos versus the Green Bay Packers. I got the Packers. I got the Packers because even though that they're, the Broncos defense has played well for these past couple of games, they've done exceptionally well keeping them in keeping them in that game against Chicago, and a fluke call here and a fluke call there, and the refs basically, protecting the quarterback like he was wearing a pink dress on his 5th birthday. They could have won their first game. But this time you're going to be going up against a team with who's complete with the veteran quarterback who knows how to sling the ball. Their running game looks really consistent. So I'm going to go with I'm going with Green Bay this game. I think that it won't be a blowout. Of course, it won't be a blowout, but it will be a real interesting game. Dallas Cowboys versus the Miami Dolphins. Should I even talk about this one? I just basically said it was a surprise and a disappointment. So, Dallas, you're going to go 3-0. New England, the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo will go 3-0. They will go 3-0 first time in a long ass time. They will start off the year 3-0. Cincinnati, they are not that team who they're the team who I thought they were. They're just not that team. So yes, Cincinnati will go 0-3 this week. Buffalo will stay undefeated. Will stay undefeated. Josh Allen is playing exceptionally well. Defense is playing real good. I like how Singletary is learning from what the great Frank Gore, and how he learned how to be a running back. He will be that guy. He will be that guy pretty soon. I like that. So yes, I got the Buffalo Bills winning this game. They will be 3-0. New York Giants versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Bucs. You know what? Everybody was talking bad about Jameis Winston against the 49ers, but you have to look at it. Yeah, he threw 3 interceptions, but can you honestly say that all 3 of those interceptions were his fault? As a Niner fan, I can honestly say they were not. He played real well despite the fact. The 49ers defense just buckled up when they had to, and they just took advantage and made plays when they had to. A lot of those throws he rushed. A lot of other plays were batted ball. They could have, Tampa Bay could have easily won that game. Could have won the game against the Niners. They could have. They made plays when they had to. The 49ers defense just made better plays. 49ers shot themselves in the foot. And the second game against the Panthers, you saw how that game looked. So I'm going to honestly go with Tampa Bay because the Giants, you're going to be starting Daniel Jones on the road. No, they're going to start him on the road in this game. He's going to probably get a lot of looks that he hasn't seen before. It's going to be a welcome to the NFL rookie game. The Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Ooh, 2 former Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks going up against each other. And guess what? Arizona will win their first game. Yeah, you know why? Because at least I know one quarterback is playing really well so far, and the other quarterback is playing like shit. I was expecting that. Really expecting that to be from from Kyler Murray. But Kyler Murray has been playing well ever since that fourth quarter in game 1. He's been playing really well. And then you got Cam Newton who's looking. I don't know how he's looking right now. And if I say something, then unfortunately I'm going to be hating. So and because this is a podcast for the public, I'm going to be quiet about my opinion on it, on the way how he's dressing. Hint, hint. But he's not playing like a quarterback, and he's not playing like an MVP. He's playing like shit. So I definitely will go with that one because again, both defenses will play where they have to do, but Arizona's defense will force them to make mistakes, put the ball in Christian McCaffrey's hand, and then basically make Cam Newton try to throw the ball, and we see how he's been throwing the ball. The San Francisco 49ers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome to the NFL, Mason Rudolph, because you're definitely going to be seeing that come Sunday. 49ers defense is going to swarm all over the place. 49ers running game is going to be great. Jimmy G, hoping he won't be bad Jimmy, and if he is bad Jimmy, take it out of his hand because Matt Breida and Raheem Mostert, they have definitely played well running the ball. The defense has played exceptionally well. Big hit Mitch will get good field position. You got Robbie Gold. Yes, as a Niner fan, even though I'm a Niner fan, I am saying this right now. Pittsburgh's going to lose another game. They're going to go 0-3. And I am saying that, but I'm also being a realist too. Houston Texans versus the the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, my stars. I'm going to go with the Texans, and I think the Texans will win their second game of the year. I think that they'll shake the cobwebs off, and I really think that they will do really exceptional well this game. So I'm going to go with the Texans this game. Right now, I'm going with them. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the Rams. The Rams are playing. The Rams defense is going to make their plays. They're going to force your boy Baker Mayfield to be stupid. They're going to they're going to force him to throw the ball. It's going to be a real good defensive game. I can see that right there. I don't see Jeff Goff throwing the ball all over the place. But it's going to be a real nice defensive game. Now, the Monday night game, the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Redskins. The Dwayne Haskins era will start by the second half. They're going to get sick and tired of looking at Case Keenum. He's going to probably throw a couple of picks. They'll lose the game. The Redskins lose the game because of the fact that the Bears defense is going to put them in position to win and kick field goals or whatever. Or David Montgomery will probably pound the rocks. But the Dwayne Haskins era will get a look at that right there. So that's my review on Week 3. I honestly feel that I do like the way how Week 3 is going to shape up to be an exciting one. There'll be a couple of down-to-the-wire games. There'll be a couple of blowouts. But that's my thing. Now, when I come right back, I will be giving my thought, just be talking about another I will talk about some other things that I'd like to discuss. Probably something in the entertainment.